makes me even more proud is the fact that you actually, can you believe this, won the Princess Trust Young Achiever of the Year award for the Pride of Britain.
Yeah.
Something big is brewing behind the fancy gates of Buckingham Palace, and it's already brought Queen Camilla to tears and set the royals whispering. This isn't just another Trooping the Color, the flashy military parade that marks King Charles's official birthday on June 14, 2025. Nope. This year's event is set to shake things up in a major way. Word is, King Charles has made a call that's going to catch everyone off guard. He's reportedly giving Catherine, Princess of Wales, a role so front and center, it's going to overshadow even Queen Camilla. Insiders say Camilla's crushed, trying to stay composed while Catherine steps into a spotlight that suddenly seems made just for her. So, what exactly is going to happen that day? Why is Camilla so emotional? And what's with her strange concerns about the royal carriages? Stick with us. This story's full of surprises. Trooping the Color isn't just a pretty parade. It's a royal tradition going back centuries, with over 1,400 soldiers, 200 horses, and 400 musicians marching down the mall in celebration of the king. But this time, there's more going on than just pomp. King Charles, still dealing with cancer treatment, plans to ride in a carriage instead of on horseback, a nod to Queen Elizabeth II, who made that same switch after turning 60. But all eyes are expected to be on Catherine. She's not just showing up, she's set to command attention, standing beside Charles on the Buckingham Palace balcony in a way that feels loaded with meaning. Royal watchers are already sensing a major shift. Catherine isn't just Prince William's wife, she's the future of the monarchy. And Charles seems determined to make that clear. Camilla will still be there, of course, likely in a soft blue outfit, her smile carefully in place. But insiders say she knows something's changed. Behind closed doors, Camilla's facing a tough truth. Catherine's stepping into a role she's held close. The Queen, usually composed, has reportedly been spotted wiping tears. Is it sadness, envy, or something else? People close to the situation say it's all of that, and it may have something to do with her suspicions about the carriages they'll be riding in. So, why does this moment matter so much? Because Catherine's appearance at Trooping the Color 2025 won't just be a comeback. It's shaping up to be a crowning moment. After going through her own cancer battle, Catherine's return is more than symbolic. It's a moment of real hope for royal fans. But it's not just about her health. It's about what she represents now. In a surprising break from royal tradition, King Charles has made a bold move. He's putting Catherine at his right side on the palace balcony, a spot that's usually saved for the heir or the queen consort. In 2023, it was Prince William standing there. But this year, it'll be Catherine. And that sends a clear message. She's not just William's wife anymore. She's a key part of the monarchy's future. Royal insiders say this isn't random. That balcony lineup? It's planned down to the smallest detail. As former royal butler Grant Harold says, every position matters. So Charles choosing to have Catherine next to him speaks volumes. It's a nod to everything they've been through, and to her strength. Charles has been open about how proud he is of Catherine's bravery. The two apparently bonded during their hospital stays. Their connection, built during some of their toughest moments, is expected to be front and center when they share the balcony, smiling, talking, with Camilla just behind them. It'll look sweet to the public, but for Camilla, it may feel like a clear sign that her role is shifting. And Catherine's big moment won't stop at the balcony. She'll ride in the famous glass state coach with her 3 kids, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. She's expected to wear a white dress with navy touches, a quiet nod to her title as honorary colonel of the Irish Guards. Her grace will be impossible to miss, waving confidently, glancing at her children with a calm strength. She won't just be showing up as a mom or a royal. She'll be stepping into the role of a leader, right when the royal family feels more fragile than ever. With both Charles and Catherine fighting cancer, the monarchy seems vulnerable, but Catherine's presence could be exactly what holds it together. And where does that leave Camilla? The queen consort, who's been the rock of the royal family through crisis after crisis, is now facing a moment where she could be eclipsed. Her loyalty and support for Charles isn't in question, but Catherine's younger age, her popularity, and the love the public has for her make her feel like the emotional heir to Camilla's longtime place. People close to Camilla say she feels it already. Her tears aren't just about Catherine's rise. They reflect quiet worry about her own fading spotlight. And then there's the issue of the carriages. Yes, even the coaches are loaded with meaning. While Charles and Camilla are set to ride in the Ascot landau, chosen for comfort due to the king's health, Camilla has some doubts. Staff say she's uneasy, especially about the fact that Catherine and the kids are riding in the glass state coach.
Why?
Because that carriage isn't just pretty, it's a big deal. It's usually reserved for the most senior royals at major events. So giving it to Catherine says something loud and clear. She's not in the background anymore. Camilla, who knows royal protocol inside out, has questions. Was this really just about logistics, or is Charles intentionally giving Catherine center stage? Some say Camilla grew even more unsettled when she learned that Charles himself approved the carriage plans, with help from staff who view Catherine as the future of the monarchy. But Camilla's concerns aren't just about appearances. She's also thinking about safety. The household cavalry, responsible for the horses pulling those royal carriages, came under fire after 4 horses broke loose and ran wild through London in April 2025. 3 of those horses, Tennyson, Trojan, and Vanquish, are now set to appear in the Trooping the Color parade, and people are already asking, are they really ready? Camilla, who's known for keeping an eye on every little detail, has reportedly asked aides why those horses were picked and whether the carriages are secure enough. But so far, no one's answered her directly, and that silence says a lot. Camilla feels like she's being left out. The carriages, the new balcony setup, the way the public's attention is shifting, it all seems to signal that Catherine is now the heart of the monarchy. Camilla's tears, shared in quiet moments, aren't just about tradition or royal pride. They're about something deeper. This is a woman who fought hard to earn her place in the royal family, and now it feels like that place is quietly being handed off to someone younger, someone the world clearly sees as the future. But to really understand why Camilla is so emotional, we need to look at the journey that brought Catherine to this moment. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, didn't just step into the spotlight overnight. Her rise has been shaped by emotional milestones that captured the public's heart and shifted the balance behind palace walls. These weren't just royal appearances, they were turning points. One of the biggest came at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022. Dressed in black, Catherine stood tall and calm, guiding Prince George and Princess Charlotte through a deeply public and emotional day. Her gentle hand on Charlotte's back, her whispered support to George, those small gestures spoke volumes. Royal watchers noticed. Catherine's quiet strength in that moment gave people a glimpse of her future role. Camilla, standing beside Charles that day, couldn't have missed the wave of admiration building around Catherine, one that now matches, or maybe even surpasses, the respect Camilla spent years earning. Another defining moment came when Catherine returned to the public eye after her cancer diagnosis. At the June 2024 Trooping the Color, her surprise appearance, announced just hours before, lit up the crowd. She rode through the rain with a glowing smile, and on the balcony, the bond between her and Charles was unmistakable. They shared quiet smiles and knowing glances, 2 people who'd been through something life-changing. Camilla was there, of course, but the cheers? They were mostly for Catherine. Sources say Camilla respects Catherine's courage, but she's also very aware that the spotlight is shifting. And then there's Catherine's role as a mother, which has only strengthened her place in people's hearts. Her natural, loving interactions with George, Charlotte, and Louis show a side of royalty that feels real and modern. Whether it's fixing Charlotte's hair at Wimbledon in 2023, whispering calmly to Louis at the 2024 Chelsea Flower Show, or nodding proudly at George during a school event, Catherine's warmth shines through. Her parenting style is relatable, soft but steady, and in a royal world that used to feel distant, that matters. Camilla, shaped by a different time and role, simply can't connect in the same way. One touching moment stood out at a 2024 charity event. Catherine knelt beside a nervous Louis, met his eyes, and calmed him with just a smile. The room fell silent. Everyone felt it. That one moment, shared all over social media, sealed the deal. Catherine had become the emotional center of the royal family. And those big public moments? They weren't just personal wins. They were her way of showing the world she was ready. Her ability to juggle royal duty and genuine warmth made her irreplaceable, a fact King Charles clearly saw when he made her the face of Trooping the Color 2025. For Camilla, each one of those moments echoed her own long, complicated path, years of handling criticism, proving herself, and finally being accepted as queen. But now, with Catherine's star rising fast, Camilla's quiet tears show how deeply she's feeling it all. Pride, yes, but also a real sense of loss and letting go. She fought hard for her place. But Catherine, with her calm presence and public love, is changing the way people see the future of the monarchy. And Camilla's left wondering, where does she fit now? Behind the palace's closed doors, Charles and his top team are working on a plan, the royal future built around Catherine, Princess of Wales. And this isn't just about waving to crowds or shaking hands. No, it's intentional. They're shaping her into the center of a new kind of royal family. And Catherine's future? It won't look like anything we've seen before. Insiders say she's now being trained in ways that go far beyond royal basics. We're talking next-level public speaking, global diplomacy, and even how to handle a full-blown crisis. This isn't just prep for photo ops. It's groundwork for leadership. Charles knows what the monarchy's up against: health scares, criticism, growing public pressure. And to survive, it needs people like Catherine. Her cancer announcement in 2024 hit hearts around the world. It showed vulnerability and strength. She became more than just a royal figure. She became someone people could relate to. And that's exactly why Charles sees her as the bridge, someone who connects the old world and the new. Someone who can speak to the next generation without losing what the crown stands for. During those quiet days in the hospital, the two of them grew closer, bonding over shared fears, duties, and hopes. It wasn't just emotional. It helped Charles decide to give her the spotlight at Trooping the Color 2025. But there's more going on here. Catherine isn't just being prepared for duty, she's being given choices. Both William and Catherine want her to have the freedom to make her own path, especially while raising their kids. That's a huge difference from Camilla's role, which was set by tradition. Catherine? She gets to help write the rules. And if she wants to focus on causes like mental health or education across the globe, she'll get support. Some even say she's getting trained in handling tense public moments and understanding global politics. That kind of prep hints at a future that might take her beyond palace events. This is a monarchy that's trying to evolve, flexible, real, and led by someone who mixes elegance with strength. For Camilla, that shift is both inspiring and painful. She's been there through it all, standing strong for Charles, working tirelessly on issues like reading programs and women's safety. Her legacy is solid. But with Catherine stepping forward, her spotlight dims just a little. The cheers, the admiration, it's all leaning toward Catherine now. And for Camilla, those private tears aren't just about being replaced. They're about a woman who climbed her way to the top, only to see someone else quietly take center stage. This isn't just about jealousy. It's about Camilla quietly facing her own limits and realizing the monarchy keeps moving forward, with or without her. Meanwhile, Catherine's journey is still unfolding. From her poised return at Trooping the Color 2024 to her confident presence in 2025, she's shown she's ready for whatever's next. With Charles's full trust and the public's affection, she's set to reshape what royalty looks like. Whether she's helping her kids navigate public life or standing strong during tough moments, Catherine is showing the world she's more than a princess. She's a true force. And as the palace grooms her for a future that blends tradition with change, one thing's certain, her story is far from over. Now let's go back to those carriages. They weren't just a detail. For Camilla, they were part of something deeper. Her worries about the glass coach and the horses weren't only about rules, they were about trust. Rumors reached her ears that the coach choice wasn't random, that this was Charles's quiet way of putting Catherine front and center. The glass state coach, with its high visibility and royal prestige, was the perfect spotlight. It wasn't just transport, it was a stage. And Camilla knew it. Then there were the horses. In April 2025, four household cavalry horses ran wild through London. That rattled a lot of people, Camilla included. She's seen her share of royal events and understands the dangers. So when she learned that 3 of those same horses would be used again, she asked, why them? Why now? But all she got were vague answers, no real explanation. That stung. She used to be part of these choices. Now, she was left out, and it made her feel like her role was slowly being replaced by Catherine's quiet authority. Then came the tears. Insiders say it happened right after the balcony appearance. Camilla stepped into a private room inside the palace and finally let the day hit her. The loud cheers for Catherine, the pride on Charles's face, the subtle change in who the public looks to. It all sank in. Her tears weren't about envy. They were about watching a role she fought to earn get quietly handed to someone else. But along with that sadness was something else. Pride. Pride in Catherine. Pride in the future, even if it meant stepping back. Trooping the Color 2025 wasn't just a royal event, it marked a major shift. Catherine's growing influence, Charles's confidence in her, Camilla's private reckoning, it all pointed to a monarchy evolving. To the public, Catherine now represents the future, a royal who blends strength with warmth, duty with heart. And Charles? By giving her that visible role, he's making that future real. But what does it mean for Camilla? Right now, she's still an essential part of royal life. She's working hard, meeting with charities, standing by Charles, fulfilling her duties. But the emotional weight of this shift is something she's feeling. She's walking a careful line, supporting Catherine's rise while still holding on to her own purpose. The carriages, the balcony, the crowd's cheers, they all signal that while her role is respected, it's no longer central. As for Catherine, her moment is just beginning. With Charles's full support and the nation behind her, she's redefining what it means to be royal. Whether she's raising her children, meeting the public, or standing beside her father-in-law, she's proving she's ready. And those carriages? They're more than tradition. They're a symbol of what's ahead, a new era led by Catherine. So, what stood out to you during Trooping the Color 2025? Did you notice Catherine's leading role or Camilla's quiet strength? Tell us in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more royal updates. Coming up next, another palace story that might just surprise you.